Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, February 22nd, 2025, and I'm coming from my studio, Mojo Quilts and More. Unfortunately, I have run out of propane, so I can't work in the shop today. It's like 30 degrees in here, and anybody that's worked in an old garage knows it's almost impossible to keep these places warm. So I'm packing up a bunch of projects, and I'm going to work from my home today. I have a bunch of batiks that I bought. I want to make some kimonos today. I've got my sewing machine, my cutting mat, ruler, iron, bunch of fabrics, clearance fabrics I want to use for the linings, and I have my pattern. So I'm going to be taking this up to my dining room and setting up shop there today. I'm back. I'm all set up in my dining room in my home, and I'm just going to spend the rest of the day making some kimonos. Let me show you the pattern. These are the kimono pattern pieces, and the pattern is from La Creative, Mama Creative Sewing. It's called a Minimal Waste Kimono because the way they have you lay out the fabric, it reduces the amount of scrap fabrics you have left over. And I really found this pattern to be fun to make, easy to make, and I got real satisfaction in being able to complete a project in a couple hours. Then these are the batiks I just recently bought from A Thrifty Notion. I just absolutely love them. So these are going to be the majority fabrics in the kimonos that I make today. And the clearance fabrics are going to accent these. And I just love them. I can't wait to make something out of them. And there you go. So these are some of my clearance fabrics I had in the shop. And I do a lot of patching when I do the kimono patterns. I usually don't make it all one fabric. I think it looks pretty cool when you cut it up and maybe do half of this on one side and half of something else on another side. So these are just some of the fabrics I grabbed to bring up here from the shop, and I'm just going to play today and see what comes out. These African fabrics here, my son picked these up when he was in Ghana with the army. And I just love them. I've been using them slowly over time in a lot of different projects. And then I have my Frida fabric here, which I always try to put something with my favorite artist, Frida Kahlo, in my work. So just gonna play today since it's too cold to work in the shop and see what comes out. So here's the temporary setup. I have my table, my cutting mat. I found an old ironing board we had here in the house, and I'm all ready to go. So I have the jacket pretty much put together. I'm going to now do the neckband and the hemming and just finishing up. I did not bring my serger from the shop up here to the house. So when I get my propane refilled this week, I will clean up all the edges, put a name tag in the jacket, and it'll be ready to go. The neckband is where I usually like to play around and add some scraps to the neckband and just jazz it up. I have the neckband pinned on. All the notches line up exactly where they're supposed to. There's the shoulder seam right here. So everything looks good. So now I'm going to stitch this down. So here's my completed kimono. I've got the neckband on, and I did a lot of scrap detailing on the neckband just so I could use up all the little scraps that I had. I added pockets. The original pattern does not call for pockets, but I must have pockets and everything. So all that's left for me to do is hem it and serge all the insides, so I can have a nice clean finished look. And I will have to do that at the shop next week once I get my propane refilled. And I'll also add a label for Mojo Quilts and More on the back. And that's it. I love it. I think it came out really cute, and I'm gonna make more. Thank you. I hope you all have a good day. Thanks for hanging out with me on this cold winter's day while I made this kimono. And let me show you the scraps that are left. This is all that's left. I used up everything. So that's what I love about this pattern. You really do create minimal waste. And these little pieces, I mean, I could probably do something with them and in my little hand slow embroidery projects, but we'll see. Thanks everyone for following along. Happy quilting, and I hope you make something great today. Bye-bye.